The lonely creature. He left the garage door open when he took the garbage out. Someone must have seen the light and come inside. Standing at the side door, I could see a shadow sweeping back and forth in the space between the floor and the door. The sound of something rough moving along the wall. Interview with Jacob J. What Jacob had seen that night, what caused him to search every inch of his garage for the creature he couldn't see, was the lonely creature. It was only after viewing the security cam footage that he was able to see it. Jacob had even seen himself walk across it several times, seen it reach out with a long, bone-like claw, and seen that claw reach right through him, as if it was some sort of ghostly apparition. On seeing the footage, he attempted to upload it to social media, but like most things of this nature, his keywords flagged our automated alert system. What followed was a series of carefully posted comments calling the video out as fake and praising them for the effort they made for the fake monster. It was good that no one would believe him, even better that by the time he went back to his garage to film more, agents had already been to his house to draw away the lonely creature. It wasn't the first time the agency had encounters with the creature, and while a lot is known about it, so much isn't. This breed of creature exists mostly out of phase with our dimension. It is, in truth, a higher dimensional being. What is seen, the skeleton-like horse creature, is to that creature as a shadow is to a human being. What that ghostly shadow displays is what is manifested to our perceptions, as human beings aren't quite ready to explore the higher dimensions as yet. Not without going mad, anyway. We've concluded that when the lonely creature appears, it's at the end of its lifespan. As it gets weaker and weaker, it starts to emerge in our dimension. First as a ghost, but as time progresses and it grows closer to death, it manifests as more and more solid. This was how the agents were able to lure it away to a more isolated area, because this creature isn't actually aggressive towards humanity, or any other living creatures for that matter. Our files do not record even a single incident of death or injury due to human interaction with the lonely creature. The lonely creature just wants someone to stay with it as it dies. So Protocol has the agents in question guide the creature away from the populace, and they're to stay with it as it expires. Communication outside of body language is hard to actually understand. Humans perceive its speech as similar to wind instruments. While sad sounding because, again, it's dying, it's quite a beautiful sound, like rain on wind chimes or tuning forks on crystals. The vocalizations have no negative effects upon organisms hearing it. In fact, it's been noted to hasten the recovery from stress and trauma, which are things our agents are regularly exposed to. Even recordings of the sound have the same effect. If you've ever wondered why the elevator music in various agency bases is so similar, now you know why. Attempts at translation have failed. It seems that when the creatures speak to us, they're aware we can't understand, but they do keep trying. As we gain more data and input about its unique method of communication, the day will come when we can speak with each other, to at least thank the creatures for doing what they do. This is an assignment reserved for overly stressed agents who need a little downtime in an easy, less dangerous task. The other reason the lonely creature must be accompanied by agency representatives is that when it finally does die, its body fully emerges into our dimension. As it makes the transition, it undergoes a rapid transformation into a crystalline material that can't be found on this world. It is vital to collect and salvage every single gram of this alien material, because the agency uses it in much of our technology, particularly in our computers and containment cells. When incorporated into computer components, the material allows us to achieve levels of performance even military-grade technology can't come close to. It has been found to be the best possible material for a variety of computing applications, including data storage and transfer, processing, and even as a heat sink. The agency also uses these crystals in the construction of the highest security containment cells, which are reserved for our most dangerous creatures and captives. Applying an electrical charge to a grid of these crystals puts the contents of the cell partially out of phase with this dimension. The benefit is that the creatures or criminals can't even touch the cell, vastly reducing their chances of escape. Using this containment technology on a being similar to the lonely creature is a very bad idea. Any entity that can exist in the higher dimensions could simply walk through the walls, or, worse yet, explode. both scenarios have happened in the past. Due to the limited amount of the crystalline material available to us, the containment cells are reserved for the very worst of the creatures we face. Crystal-augmented computers are used for only the most critical of operations. The lonely creature takes priority over all other missions. Whenever one is located and there are no free agents, those agents nearest are to drop whatever mission they are currently assigned to and immediately make their way to the creature's location. The agency does not want any information about this creature to leak more than it already has, nor do we want people discovering its unique properties and taking advantage of them. Our knowledge and utilization of the technology these creatures provide may be the only reason we've been able to keep on top of things thus far.